My name is Philip Page. Ever since I was a boy, I've been able to hear, see, and feel spirits. Now, with the help of my friends, we travel around trying to understand these spirits and, if possible, help them move along. We are Saving Ghosts.
Pahrump, Nevada, located 66 miles west of Las Vegas, is nestled within the southeast corner of Nye County. The southern Paiute tribes were the first to occupy this land, giving it the name Pahrump, meaning water rock, due to the artesian wells that run throughout the valley. In 1862, rumors of gold in the area created a stir, bringing many to prospect for gold with no luck. As a result, a prospecting group known as the Nye Gold Seekers made Pahrump their base camp. This is where our story begins. Meet Amanda and Phil. Having moved here from California, they rent this home from Amanda's mother, Donna. Amanda feels that she has had spirit attachments most of her life, possibly from loved ones that have passed on. However, she feels that there is something else, not related to the family, that is trying to get her attention.
Is it on the right or left? It's over here on the left. That is the house right there. It is chilly out there.
Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm Donna.
Donna, I'm Phil. Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
And this is Gina.
Come on in. Don't have to stand out in the
And that's
cold and the
Curtis.
wind, guys. Hi, Chris. Hi,
Curtis.
Amanda.
This is Kurt. I'm Phil. Nice to meet you. Yeah, when I was telling people about you, I said, just imagine Vin Diesel's bigger, badder
Yeah, just kind of take me to where the activity is occurring.
Okay, literally like right in this area,
Okay.
and
Like right here.
Like what's
Like
happening here?
a lot of lights, but you can see the lights like with your bare eyes. Sometimes I've seen it a few times. I think it appeared on this wall and then it just like took off, and it was so quick. It was maybe about 3 to 5 seconds long enough where you could actually see it. It wasn't out of the corner of your eye, but it was so quick. It didn't like linger. I don't know if I guess to kind of startle. There you go.
Okay.
I had friends over one time.
Oh yeah.
And we were playing cards and everything, and then they spent the night and they were sleeping in the living room, and the rocking chair started going.
Now all
And
the
that
windows
was
are painted
just enough
shut.
to
by
get,
the way.
and, okay. And then, so John and his girlfriend, oh no, and they actually just knocked on the nurse, we're gonna leave now. They up and left.
So when these things would happen there or here, how does it make you feel?
I was living here by myself for a little bit, just the baby and I. And it was when I very first kind of came out, I think when you very first moved out and I was just by myself. And we had a cat here. And Emily was like flipping out one night. I mean, going growling and hissing. She doesn't do that, like at all, ever. And so it was scaring me. She actually had shredded this screen right here. It was summertime and I had the windows open, but she did that. She
Like
jumped.
trying to get out?
She
Trying
was
out.
she was jumping off. It almost looked like she was throwing herself against the wall, but she was like clawing at the screen. But just so you see the little claw marks right there, little paw things.
Cats, they see in the ultraviolet, and that their brain waves are always in the theta stage, and that's when it's said that most activity happens is when you're in that theta stage. You know how sometimes when you're going to sleep and you're just about to drift off, and you will hear like a voice call your name,
Yeah.
or
That
that's
happened.
that
Yes,
theta
lots of
stage.
times. This wall, I noticed, this like where we put the TV. That's where he goes. But we just put the TV there, like in like a week or two. Yeah. But he would go over there, and then raise his arms, or he would go like this, and then stand there, and then go back and play. My dad had cancer.
That was his room, though.
Yeah, and he stayed in here a lot.
Did you notice any change in activity after the passing of your husband?
A little bit more. There was a time I was laying in the bed and there was just this really bright light all of a sudden just appeared right next to me, and I'm going, and then Harley came in, and then all of a sudden the light just went like to the wall.
The handprint on the mirror. Just talking about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that handprint.
There was a handprint on the mirror. They thought it was mine, but when I put my hand up to it,
It was way bigger.
the three main fingers were about that much longer than mine.
And we kept it for a long
The
time.
hand, the bottom of the hand was
Took
about
pictures
here,
of it?
and the top of the fingers was about here.
Anyways, this is where the other stories happen. Oh, Mom had the blanket pulled off of her. Like,
Yeah,
Off
I
the
used to like sleep on that side of the bed, and this is where like I would just lay there, and then I would just, and my bed would go down, and someone would touch me. But one night the blanket came off, and that was a little freaky.
She called me like hysterical. That's my little brother. He passed on. That's my nana and my granddad that have passed on.
There's Bruce.
Yeah, my dad, the animals.
Yep.
So
It's a little.
we have things that could have attachments.
Now, didn't you say at one point that there are a lot of underground,
Oh, we're on Aquifer.
yeah,
Yes, we are in Upper. Yeah.
tribes used to live here, plus family that has passed? Should we find something, what do you want done?
Nothing if it's family.
You said you have a lot of antiques.
I've got stuff all over. Yeah. Bruce's mom was probably there's stuff probably packed in the garage and things like that. But his mom used to take things and collect them, and she had things from like the 1800s and from Indian places. They would go visit because his dad was a geologist and have to go different places, so they would go a lot of different places. And so, and then there's a lot of things that are just like passed down to him from like great aunts and uncles or things like that. And then of course when I married him, I acquired all this stuff. And so things like that behind his father made. But there's the bedroom, there's the actually in the closet I got one dress, and then I got rid of like a whole bedroom set, and then you saw that part of it in my granddaughter's room.
Oh,
Yeah, all that kind of stuff, and that was like, I'm talking like over 75 years old.
Curtis, you have the cameras placed throughout the house. Where do you have them?
I have one camera in the child's bedroom. I have one camera in the master bedroom. I have one camera facing down the hallway. I'm gonna have one camera in the living room with a wide shot. And I also got the kitchen because they've reported some paranormal activity within the kitchen too. So I just wanted to get the living room and the kitchen all in one shot.
Awesome. And what equipment did you bring tonight?
We got our standard equipment. We have our SB7 spirit box. We have our K2 meter that records EMF frequencies. We have our temperature thermometer thing. Records temperature. That's what thermometers do. And we have our digital recorder for e.v.p.
Okay, very cool. And of course we have our
2 cameras.
our night visions. Yeah.
Okay.
So would you mind manning base first? And Gina, can we get you in the master room?
Do a baseline real quick. And I think I'll do this. EVP or?
Yeah, EVP. To the spirits that are in this house, you might remember me. I was here a few weeks ago. Curtis, Gina, and the family are here. We mean no harm. And we ask that no harm come to us. But if you are here, we would like for you to make your presence known. Can you give us a knock? Or can you make some sound separate from the television to let us know that you are here tonight? We're going to be here for a while. Again, we mean no harm, and we ask that no harm come to us. But we would like to talk to you. If you have a message you want to pass on, let us know. If you need help, let us know. Okay. Okay, so let's go lights out.
All right, so Gina and Donna are in the master bedroom. Is there anyone here with us? Who sits on the bed when Donna's in here? Did you tear the covers off of Donna? Is anyone here that has followed Donna and Amanda from a previous home? You can get close to this blinking light, and if you talk into that, I will be able to hear you. Is there anything you want to tell Donna?
Please.
Do you have any questions you want to ask?
No, there's nothing that I really want to ask. It's just that whoever's here, please let us know. And just know that we love you and we want you here.
If there's anyone here, can you move an object so we know that you're here? Can you move a door?
Immediately after Gina asked the question, a distant no is picked up on the EVP. Does the no mean that the spirit cannot close a door or will not close a door?
Can you move a door? Can you move a door? Can you move a door? Is there something here that belongs to you? If so, what is that? Donna has felt you sitting on the bed, and she's felt you touch her leg. Are you reassuring her? When you sit by her on the bed, you want her to know that you're there. Can you let her know now that you're here with her? Again, if there's anything you want to say, you can talk to the red blinking light and we'll be able to hear you. That's me moving. All right, well, it is Saturday night. Is anyone here with us that wants to communicate? We mean you no harm. We just want to know that you're here. What is your name? Is Frank here with us? Is Bruce here with us?
Okay, so right now it is about 1 o'clock in the morning. We've had a few responses on the SB7. We put Phil in the master bedroom by himself with a K2 meter. Didn't really get a lot of responses that way, but we did get quite a few on the the spirit box. So we're going to run another session in the living room with the spirit box and see if we can get anything else.
My name is Phil. I come here with good intentions. Is there anybody in this house? Are there any spirits in this house who wants to communicate with this family? We are here on behalf of this family. Right now, you have an opportunity to cross over that veil, to speak into this device, and we can hear you. Can you just give me a simple hello to show that you're here? Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. The reason we're here is because there are certain times you're kind of freaking this family out. With the knocks on the wall, with the handprints, with the scratching. We're trying to get an idea of what's going on around here. Is there anybody who needs help moving on? Oh. Thank you for that. I could not make out what that was, but I heard a female.
Is that Spanish? Or does it sound like
Can you say that again, please?
Hey, Phil?
Yeah.
Donna thinks she heard her mom. Do you want to go in there?
Yeah.
Let's have Donna join you real quick.
What was your husband's name?
Bruce.
Bruce?
And then my friend Candy, too.
Is Bruce here? Or is there anybody here who knows Bruce? 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 Are there any spirits that are attached to any family members here? To any family members here? To any family members here? Why don't you hold it?
Okay.
Were you trying to get someone's attention? Is he out? Bruce, was that
Amazingly,
you?
a voice comes through calling Donna's name. This is one of the most important moments of this investigation, as it now connects husband and wife together for final closure.
Bruce, were you trying to get someone's attention?
Can I cry? Everything that he knows. That was his way.
That was Bruce?
Yeah. That was his way. And that's just the way he was. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, so Donna and I just finished an SB7 Spirit Box session here in the living room, and she is 100% positive that she saw or that she heard her husband, who has passed, Bruce, come through. And so that was I can imagine for Donna that was a pretty powerful moment. And so right now, Curtis is going to do a final sweep of the house with the SB7 and with the night vision. We are going to leave him alone. He's going to walk through by himself and see if maybe there's any last minute captures that he can get.
We're not here to intimidate or force you out. If you're a good spirit, if you're Donna's husband, they want you to stay. They don't want you to go. They just want to communicate with you. It's the spirit that was here that left that handprint on the mirror. If you're here, please speak to us through the SB7 box, the device that's in my hand. I think I might have heard somebody. Could you repeat that? I'm going to place this on the bed. I'm by myself in the room. So please. Please speak to us. Bruce, if that was you earlier, Donna misses you. So please speak to her. Let's get some communication going, please.
A disembodied deep male voice is heard saying what sounds like ministry. Listen.
You're more than welcome to come and sit next to me on the bed. I won't bite. I will not hurt you. I'm just here to talk. So please, talk to me. This is your last chance, because in a couple minutes we're going to exit the home and we're going to end our investigation. And the family really wants to know what is going on, who is here. They want to know who's knocking. They want to know who left the handprint.
After Curtis asks about the handprint, a disembodied male voice is heard, but the team is having trouble deciphering what was said.
If you need to borrow energy, you can borrow some of the camera's energy. You can even borrow a little bit of mine, just as long as you don't take it, most of it, or you give it back. Bruce, was that you? Did you speak to Donna? Is the spirit that left the handprint here? If you don't want to talk, can you possibly move that door? If you're a good spirit, you're more than welcome to stay, but if you're a bad spirit, I'm sorry to say that you have to go. Bruce, if that was you that was talking to Donna earlier, I'm sure you're more than welcome to stay. Whoever said that, could you repeat what you just said? And if you want me to go, you gotta say something. Gotta say it louder than that. I know you can do it. Alright. I feel like you're trying to talk to me, but you gotta speak louder than that. I can't understand you. Okay, I'm leaving the room, and we're leaving the house soon, so goodbye, I guess. And do us all a favor and let Donna and Amanda and Philippe, let them sleep. And how about you stop the scratching too? I think they would appreciate that. And Bruce, if you're here, if you can continue protecting them, I'm sure they would appreciate that.
During this investigation, the team was able to provide closure for a grieving wife who never got to say her final goodbye. Although the team's purpose is to help the spirits move on, the family requested that this particular spirit remain if it so wishes. While the other male voice remains a mystery, the team's job is done here.